Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GWE100, the Tier 10 German SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Erlenberg, and it's under the command of randyxx777 of the War Clan. And he's got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel. And of course, we've seen this Arty before.
Time to roll out.
Game on. As you know, randyxx777, every now and then he sends us a replay featuring this Arty because he really likes it. He's got the the special camo on it. Yes, the well-known camo for the player I cannot remember. Vinny Jones, yes. Well, I wasn't a big fan of Vinny anyway, but because he had a bit of a reputation, but some people liked him anyway. Anyway, it appears that we have some Cyrillic script in the game. Yes, so I wonder if we can get some Russians migrating onto the EU servers to enjoy their games. Okay, 21cm howitzer. He's almost fully dialed in. Rounds out on that gorilla. Lands it next to him. I'll be surprised if he didn't get any damage whatsoever out of that shot. Now this Arty is capable of doing 900 alpha, 53mm of pen, 11.4 meters on the burst radius, between 12.5 and 31 seconds of stun. See that the enemy hasn't moved up very far on this side. In fact, they've got an Object 279E. It's a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks. I'd aim ahead of him. That's a direct hit. Yep. He did that. He aimed ahead of the target. The target moved into the field of fire and got struck by the shell. Now, of course, this is a fake Arty because, of course, it never actually existed. And I'm not sure that the Germans actually would have gone ahead and built it, but you'd like to think that they would because they designed other Artys which they didn't go ahead and build. And that 279E, yes, that was inevitable. He just got taken out with a lovely shot down the alleyway, killed him outright, and he's gone. Only 138 hit points to do it, but he got the stun assist as well. So he's on the scoreboard with his first kill. In fact, he got the first kill for his team. It's a little difficult, that shot, and we just worked out where the enemy Arty is because we just saw the tree that he's hiding behind, and the Panzerkampfwagen 7 has just taken a hit. Again, it hit the front of the vehicle, only 200 hit points of damage, but that's because it's hitting heavy armor. Okay, the Homey ones decided to move up, but that just makes him more accessible to these shells. Oh, well, Progetto. Very thin armor. Yeah, I think he took shells from across the river. When he backed up, it made it easier. Rounds out. This is going for him. 313 off splash alone. Now, there's 2 Arty on either team. On our team, we've actually picked up a Batchat 155-55, the tier 9. The enemy team, they've got a GWE100 as well, and a Batchat 155-55. So both teams are matched when it comes to the Arty, but not exactly on the skills. It looks like the guy on our team has got a 51% win rate, whereas the guy on the other team, he's only got 47. It does actually work on Arty. If you've got an exclusive Arty player, and they do have that sort of win rate, it means that they're usually very good at Arty. T10 just ammo-racked on our team, taken out by the Homey 1 across the, he's on this bank of the river. We're almost loaded. And he ducks in for cover straight away. So we're going to have to pick another target. We've got one. It's the Panzerkampfwagen 7, but he's out the game. We're running out of targets to hit, although there are some enemy over on the other side of the battlefield, and maybe we can hit those. We did get some stun against that T-54E1, and our Homey 3 is going to work on our the enemy Homey 1. He just kills the T-54 enemy team. Okay, we've got a target. Kunstpanzer. Rounds out. That's a hit as well. 359. The Waffenträger up near our cap area is the one that's stopping the enemy trying to do an end run around the last street. And our Hurry 3 seems to be the one who's holding them back. Our guys have extended down towards the hill on the east side of the map, but there doesn't appear to be anyone blocking the enemy coming up the west side, except for the fact, obviously, they probably are worried about that Waffenträger if they have actually been hit by it. In fact, they're now starting to fall back. The Batchat, no, it wasn't a Batchat, it was a BZ-58-2 who got taken out there, and now we're even on numbers. But I think he's gone down into the water because there is a Kunstpanzer very nearby, and we might need to move. We might need to move a little further over to the east, because I don't think our guys are actually up for protecting the cap area. Not from the position we're in. The Kunstpanzer goes down. Okay, we've got a Concept 5 making an end run up the west side, just as I feared earlier, but it's up to the Waffenträger to actually stop that guy in his tracks. Won't be able to take him out all with one shot, but we can probably put a dent in this Hurry 3. Rounds out. Okay, now we've definitely got to move. In fact, I think we may have left it too late, because the VK4502B on the enemy team is reached the cap area, and now the Waffenträger is being pressed on two sides. And yes, it does look like Randy's going to have to move up and get into the tree line, not on the north side of the map, but slightly to the back, because he needs those trees to protect him. He's still staying out in the open a bit too much. Got a Leopard come back, and there goes the Waffenträger, so now we are in trouble, because that VK's either going to make a move for the cap area, or he's trying to work out where we are. Leopard crossing the river. Now, the Hurry 3 on the enemy team can't see him because he's over the other side of the houses, but we can't see the VK now, so if the VK does pop out, the only way that we're going to know he's popped out is, and he fired and looked away. I don't want you to do that. We'd rather like to know if that enemy was there. See if the shell disappeared without an explosion. Yeah, he's backing away, keeping his gun towards the enemy, but it does make you a lot slower. The reverse speed of this Arty is only 10 kilometers an hour, so it's very, very slow indeed. There's the VK, and he is losing hit points. Somebody set him alight. I think it may have been the Leopard, and he's gone. The Object 268 was the killer, and he's firing from up on top of the hill at any enemies that move between the buildings. The Leopard's doing the spotting, and it's the 268 that's doing the slotting. There's the 777-2. Oh, now that hit the ground. I think that was a heat round. That was a high explosive round, and yes, we definitely got some stun assist off that one. And you notice where he's positioned. That 777 version 2 might have seen us were it not for some of the grasses which are blocking our sight. So it is very dangerous to be out here in the open. Oh, that was a kill! A blind kill! The Batchat 155-55 just took out their Object 777 version 2, who was hidden amongst the bushes, but he didn't move, and we just fired in a round behind the Rex, because we suspect that the Concept 5 is also there. Again, he's still backing up in sight of the enemy cap area, well, in sight of our cap area, which could be occupied. And there's the Batchat. He's used the trees creatively to create a barrier between him. And now we've got the Sharp Future 4 who's doing the spotting whilst the Leopard goes south. There's only 4 enemy remaining. We know that the Concept 5 and the Hurry 3 were seen near the cap, but they haven't gone into it. And in fact, the Hurry's now pulled back. He's probably being chased by the Leopard. We also know that our guys are down, way down in the south. The 268 and the Centurion 71.
That was close.
And that actually, and I missed that altogether. Sorry about that. I was checking on his angle. And he actually did get a splash near the Hori 3 in the town centre. Trust me to be looking in the wrong direction at the wrong moment. There goes the Concept 5. So he drove all the way around the map, came back down again to try and protect their cap area. And it didn't work out for him. So now there's only 3 left. The Arty, which is a batch at 155.55. And the Hori 3. And of course the Gorilla 15. And whoa. Our Leopard 1's kind of been cornered there. And we did stun the Hori 3, but I think our Leopard's about to take some serious damage unless he can get between those broken walls. Enemy Arty's firing at him as well. We get a shot on the Hori 3. Randy keeps changing his angle. And there's the Leopard. The Leopard came around the other side trying to get a shot on him. But he still managed to get for 422. Rounds out. This could hit. Oh, it hits the wall instead. But he does go down. And the Leopard got the kill. So now it's only the Gorilla 15 and the patch at 155.55. We're capping, so the enemy has to come back. And it generally seems to me that the enemy must be on the west side of the map. And I think they're going to try and get a reset if they can. It's only the Object 268s in the cap. The Sharpview GeForce coming down the other side of the map to try and catch them in a pincer. If he can spot them, then his teammates can start putting shells into them. But there's only 9 seconds left on the cap. And there's the enemy Arty. He's just got spotted. And he's out the game, taken out by the Leopard. And that just leaves the Gorilla 15. As far as we know, that guy's been inactive for most of the game. But apparently there was a reset. The 268 did reset. Now, whether or not he got reset by the Gorilla or not, well, we'll have to wait and find out. And the Gorilla's just killed the Leopard. So that Leopard's still putting up a fight. And he must be somewhere in those tree line there. Sharpview GeForce is probably going to find him any second. So our shell might actually be very beneficial if it does get a reset. And there he is. He is. He's in the tree line. Now, put that round in. Rounds out. Here we go. Oh! Well, the armor-piercing round came from the bat chat, but our shell did actually stun the guy. And, of course, that means that they can now take him down by the 268. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Randy XXX777 of the War Clan in the GWE 100. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10, and he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by teammates. His win rate was only 2,383, which is very good, but not super Unicum standard. He got the ace tanker mainly down to the stun that he managed to do by hitting enemy tanks that were actually engaged in a fight with our teammates. We look at team score. We can see the high scorer in the game was the Leopard 1. Unfortunately, the Gorilla got him in the end. He got 4,565 hit points. Second highest went to the Hori 3 on our team with 3,590. And the third highest actually went to our Rhino Sorrente with 3,343. When it came to Randy, he actually got 2,507 hit points of damage, and he was actually beaten by only 2 players on the enemy team, which places him in 6th place overall. When it came to kills, though, it was the Object 268. He got 4 kills in the game, including the last one. 3 kills went to the Leopard 1 on our team and the T-54E1 on the enemy team. And 2 kills went to our BZ-58-2. And on the enemy team, their Gorilla 15 and their Kunstpanzer both managed to get 2 kills apiece. Randy only got the 1 kill out of that game. But when it came to base XP, he's right at the top with 997, mostly down to the stun assists. 958 went to the Leopard 1. And 889 went to the Hori 3. Randy fired 17 rounds. Still have plenty left at the end of the game. 13 still to go because it's 30 rounds of ammunition. 3 direct hits on the enemy. None of them penetrated, but he did get 16 splashes. 2,507 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 1, so there's the Confederate. And he did 4,760 hit points of stun assist off 13 stuns. It just goes to show how important it is to actually get stun on these heavy tanks, on these tier 10 tanks, because it not only allows your teammates to get kills, but it also racks up a considerable score in stun assist, which can then be used to convert those enemy tanks that you struck into kills. He actually picked up a profit of 74,751 credits. He would have made a profit even if this was a free-to-play game. But he actually got a mission completion bonus of 50,000, so that was a good start. And he also picked up 37 bonds, 7 for this being tier 10, 30 for a mission achievement, and 2,991 experience points out of it again. He said he did master again. Well, yes, he does. And of course, he remembers the most important thing. First, to hit as many of the enemies as you can to really make your effort known to or be visible to your teammates. To hit as many of those enemies as you can, because obviously one or several of your teammates might actually get a kill out of it. But it's also to get as much stun assist as you can. So hitting tanks that you know are in sight of your teammates so that they can then do something to that enemy whilst they're still stunned. And that will earn you as much stun assist as possible to pick up the ace tanker. Hope you enjoyed that game. It was certainly a very interesting one. Sorry, I actually was looking elsewhere, and he actually put that shell in, which wounded the enemy. Which enemy tank was it that he actually wounded? It was wasn't the 777. I think it was the Hori 3 as the guy was retreating, and I was actually looking elsewhere at the moment that shell went in. But apart from that, you did get to see that he did put the stun in the right places at the right time. He focused on the heavy tanks that were looking at each other, and that really did work. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.